What's going on, all my Poke Peeps? It's your boy Poke Pete, and we are back at it with another weekly recap. Posting this one on Sunday. We got to it a little bit quicker. I know normally I post these on Monday, but today is Super Bowl Sunday, so I figured, you know what, we'll post this before the Super Bowl. We'll find out in the comments below. Who you guys rooting for? I'm rooting for the 49ers. I was rooting for the Lions originally. I'm a big football fan. Rooting for the 49ers today because I'm from Charlotte and Christian McCaffrey is from Charlotte. And he's a really good running back, really good player. I think he deserves a Super Bowl. So I'm rooting for the Niners today. So let me know in the comments below who you guys are rooting for, if you guys have plans, if you guys are going to enjoy the Super Bowl. But let's just get right back to it. Weekly recap time. Last night was Ketchum Collectibles monthly adult trade night. Always so much fun. Everybody down at Ketchum. Super great people. Super great community. Super great store. Everything about Ketchum Collectibles is just super great. I can't say it enough. I know I say it a lot, but I can't say it enough. If you guys are in Charlotte, like, go down there. Joe and Jose will hook you up. They'll get everything taken care of. If you're lucky enough to be there on a day when Ashley's working, she's super nice, super personable. So you guys will have a lot of fun. Like, it's a great place. It's a great space. It's a great community. Got to see some really, really cool stuff last night. We didn't buy any of it. We didn't make any content out of any of it because we were already set up to be vendors. But there was some really, really cool stuff that I did get to see last night, which I really enjoyed. There was uncut sheets of Pokemon cards, which is awesome. There was a jungle, a base set, and a fossil. Uncut sheet, just like walked into the door. That was super, super cool to see. There was some Chinese stuff, new Chinese booster boxes. I guess those are like new fat packs and stuff. Those came into the door. Definitely super cool, super interesting. I learned a lot about the Chinese booster boxes. Like apparently they're type based. Each box is type based, so you can get like a fire, steel, rock, and every single card in there will be fire, steel, or rock. I thought that was kind of cool. It's like different from how we do things here. It's always fun to like just like learn new things and see new things. A lot of cool older collection boxes came in. A lot of cool cards came in. We did make a few trades. We made a couple big trades, moved a couple things. But if you want to see all the super cool stuff that was done, go check out my friend AJ, Grim Horizon TV on YouTube. I'm sure he's going to make a recap video. He was filming there. He did a lot of cool stuff. Store owner Joe opened a Pop Series 5 pack hunting a Gold Star, and I know AJ was right behind him building it, so I'm sure that is super, super hype. I actually haven't watched it yet, so I don't even know what they pulled. Yeah, we'll have to go check that out. But definitely a lot of fun happening in shop last night. A lot of deals being made. Speaking of AJ and Grim Horizon TV, I worked out a deal with him. I actually sold him my PSA 10 Versus Series Rockets Tyranitar. It's one of his favorite cards. I know he's been eyeing it. I know he's been trying to grab one. I sold it to him for a good price. I'm probably going to go try to find another one now. I might not. I'm not sure. I like that card a lot. It's not like one of my favorite cards in the world. I like it a lot. I've had it for a while. I'm glad that he has it now. I'm glad that we were able to work out a good deal. He was able to pick it up. I know that he loves it. It's a good card. It's going to a good home. So good deal there. Made a couple other smaller sales just for my binder stuff. But we also made some big trades, and we want to get into that. Show you guys what I picked up. Do my weekly recap. Starting off strong here. Like I said, Ketchum Collectibles, super, super great. Joe, super, super nice, super, super great guy. He gave me this Totodile. He just like, he pulled it, he gave it to me. He's just like, Pete, you like Totodile. Here, have a Totodile. So I love it when anybody gets Totodile stuff and thinks of me because I'm the Totodile guy. This is a Rennie Moo Totodile. So guys, if you don't know what Rennie Moo cards are, Rennie Moo is like an artist and he made some like fan art cards. I personally like the fan art stuff. It's just like a derpy Totodile. He does all derpy style stuff. But there's other fan artists out there that make like really, really cool stuff. I'm personally a fan of that stuff. I think that it's good for the hobby. I think it's good for the community when people can like express what they think would be really, really cool in card form. Unfortunately, the Rennie Moo cards actually were hit with a cease and desist by Pokemon. It's kind of sad, but we probably won't be getting many more of these derpy style, at least from this artist. I get it. I understand Pokemon, you know, it's their intellectual property. They don't want to have other people making money off of them. I totally get it, but I do think that this is cool stuff for the hobby, and I'm super glad that Joe got this one, thought of me, and gave it to me. So thank you, Joe. Really appreciate it. It's going to be cool having this in my binder with Totodiles. Speaking of Totodiles that are given to me, and AJ, because that's just a common theme, I guess. He actually pulls a lot of Japanese cards over on his channel, and he gave us the newest Totodile. And guys, I just want to talk for a second about this. I'm going to leave this here because this is a beautiful artwork. This is probably my favorite Totodile artwork since the Heart Gold Soul Silver era, which is kind of crazy. I really think that if this was a full art card, this would have been a beautiful illustration rare line. I mean, the Totodile is great. The Croconaw swimming underwater and these would have been amazing illustrator rares. And then the Fralligator, he's like out on dry land. It looks like he's like in the swamp hunting some stuff. Like, this is just a super great line. Totodile is obviously the best, but as they always do, Totodile has been snubbed yet again and does not get a cool card. That should have been an art rare, guys. That would have been a beautiful art rare line. Like, that should have been an art rare. Moving right along, though. Snorlax with a prize series stamp. Our friend Will got a prize series pack, opened it up, and pulled the Snorlax, and just thought of me, gave it to me. I really appreciate it, Will. It's a super cool card with a stamp. I like stuff with a stamp. I like Snorlaxes, so that was super cool. First purchase of the night at Ketchum Collectibles was none other than Sandaconda V. And if you guys know me, have been following the channel, are new, whatever, one day I'm going to own every single Sandaconda V. I'm on a mission to just own all of the Sandaconda Vs. I just want them all. I want to have every one of them. It's an alt art under $5, and I want to have every single one of them. I love it. I think it's super cool. I like the Radiator Snake. So if anybody's got any of those you're trying to get rid of, hit me up in the comments. Like, we might work a deal. We can work deals in my comments section. I'll buy these from you. I'll trade. We'll work it out. Next up was a trade I made with this guy named Guy. Super nice guy. Gave me a bunch of stuff I need for the Paldean Fates Master set for an Embor Secret Rare from the Black and White era. Super cool. We made a good deal on it. I picked up this Natsu, this Abraviola, this Luxray, Pachirisu, whole bunch of baby shinies that I needed. Pidgeotto, Slowpoke. Love it when we get a bunch of baby shinies. And then, of course, the Judge Full Art. We needed all of those for our set, so we picked all of those up. Super, super great. Gave away the Embor Secret Rare from Black and White. It was a little bit played, so it was a good deal. Next deal of the night, we worked out with one of my good friends. He's just looking to finish out his PC binder. So he's got a page that's just going to be a whole bunch of old school EXs. And we had a Credilli EX in our binder that caught his eye. So we traded the Credilli EX for this gold Origin Form Palkia. It's a pretty cool card. It works itself out. It was a good trade. I get something modern. I get more people looking for modern stuff to finish sets, so this will probably be an easier move for me anyway. And he gets a super, super cool card that he's going to appreciate on his personal binder. Next trade I made was kind of different. I don't usually do a lot with sealed product. I don't like bringing sealed product out to the trade nights. I feel like it's a little bit disrespectful if I try to go to another store and set up with sealed product that they also sell. Like, I'm not trying to compete with the shop. For trades of the individual singles and stuff, of course, shops are going to have singles. They do the trade night full well knowing the people are going to be trading amongst themselves. It's a thing. But for sealed product, I try not to compete. I feel like it's a little distasteful, in my opinion, to set up sealed product that the store is selling. So I don't usually do it. But tonight, I had an older Darkrai collection box from Shining Legends, a Shining Darkrai collection box. I made sure that Joe didn't have any down there. He did not have any. He actually didn't have any Shining Legends stuff at all, so that made me feel even better about it. So I put up my Shining Legends Darkrai box. They go for like 120, 140 range on eBay. I bought them about a couple of years ago when they were around like the $60 price point. Had a couple of them. I had an extra one, and I was like, hey, you know what? I sell the extra one now. I basically get the one for free. That's a good deal for me. I'll do it. Why not? So I ended up trading it, though. We traded the sealed Darkrai collection box for this beautiful Tyranitar V alt art, and it looks pretty clean. I actually haven't like fully looked at this one yet, but I might get it graded. It looked pretty decent when I was like combing it over. And then we've got the Single Strike Urshifu VMAX alt art. So 2 Battle Styles alt arts for the Darkrai box. I was super happy with it. It was a good play for me. It was a good play for the individual that got the Darkrai box. I think we were both pretty happy with it. But yeah, I don't typically do sealed products, so that was like an interesting deal for me. Next up, I got a deal I made with one of my good friends, Mike. Super, super great guy. He's trying to collect all the tag teams in a PSA 10, and we were able to help him on that journey as we've got the PSA 10 Rainbow, Deoxys, and Espeon. We traded that away for this Entei V, which was a PSA 9 that we cracked. It's just going to be easier to sell it raw. It's worth the same thing. So Entei V from the Galarian Gallery. We picked up another black and white secret rare. We picked up the Pikachu black and white secret rare card. I've picked up a lot of black and white stuff here lately, and I don't mind it. It's been pretty good. I like them. I think they're cool cards. You don't really get to see many like old school secret rares like that. So we picked up that Pikachu. And last but not least, we got this pretty cool Silvally alt art from the Dream League series. This is a cool card. So this is a PSA 9. I cracked it out. I'm pretty sure it got a 9 because the centering is a little off. But like truthfully, the centering is not terrible. Everything else on this card looked pretty clean. I'm debating whether or not I want to keep this, sell this, or possibly even grade this with CGC and go for the Gem Mint 10. We'll see what happens. I think this could be a cool card to grade. If it got the Gem Mint 10, obviously I'd be happy with it. But it could just be like a cool card to grade for like a grade reveal video. I do like doing those. I like doing graded stuff. So it could be a cool card for that. I'm going to sleep on it. I'm going to think on it. We'll consider it. But that was a good trade. We made that with our friend Mike. Hooked him up. Helped him finish off that set. I think he's got all of the Espeon Deoxys now. So that is super, super cool. I'm sure he's super, super stoked. This next trade we made is the biggest trade of the night. Biggest trade I've made in a while, to be honest with you. We traded away our CGC Pristine 10 Alt Art Umbreon. And we traded this for a lot of trade, mostly trade, and then a little bit of a cash kicker. But we got all of this stuff right here for our CGC 10 Moonbreon. I'm pretty happy with the trade. I think he is too. I kind of needed a restock on my binder stuff, so I was more than happy to trade away a slab for some binder stuff. But we got the Venusaur EX from 151. We got the Ice Rider Calyrex VMAX Alt Art. We got the Mew VMAX Alt Art. We got the Empoleon V Alt Art. Super cool one. We got the Galarian Rapidash V Alt Art. We got the Urshifu V Alt Art. A Celebi V Alt Art. A Greedent V Alt Art. Like Alt Art, Alt Art, Alt Art, Alt Art. It was great. We got two Genesect V Alt Arts. He had two of them. We took both just to kind of help him get the price down a little bit. He wasn't trying to spend too much money. I totally feel that. I'm happy to help when I can. We picked up this random Charizard V from Brilliant Stars. It's a cool full art. I don't mind picking up Charizard, so why not? We got a Raichu Level X. This is a cool one. I like getting older stuff like this. This is like my style card, so I definitely picked it up. We got the Mewtwo GX Test Tube Alt Art. This is one of my favorite cards. This is probably my favorite alt art ever, to be honest with you. So I was more than happy to pick this back up. I love getting these in my binder. Definitely a cool one to grab. We got the Rayquaza VMAX alt art. So this was definitely a big one too. Second best alt art in the Sword and Shield era, in my opinion. I definitely think this is a good one to have. And then we got the two metal cards from Celebrations, a Pikachu and a Charizard. These are pretty cool. I like these. I don't know what I'm going to do with these yet, but I like these. I think they're pretty cool. They're kind of hard to put in the binder, but they're cool. I like them. They're metal. They're nice. So we got all of that for an Umbreon Pristine 10 CGC. Super cool. I'm happy with it. I think Connor's happy with it too. It was a good trade between us. And last but not least, we picked up a Magikarp and Wailord GX from Team Up. And guys, this thing is pretty clean. This thing is actually like super minty. I'll take it out. This thing is actually like super, super minty. There's like nothing wrong with it. No scratches on it. The centering actually looks pretty good. And centering on these cards is usually not that great. But the centering on this one's pretty good. There's like no dents, no scratches, no whitening, like no nothing. It's a clean, clean card. Definitely going to grade this one. I'm pretty sure this should be a fairly easy 10. So we are definitely going to grade this. we did partial trade, partial cash. So we got this, and then we got a little bit of cash as well for our CGC 8.5 Legendary Collection Fireworks Snorlax. Definitely think that was a good deal. These are going for like 275. The Snorlax was going for a good bit more. But we got this plus some cash, even trade on the Snorlax. But by the time I grade this, could be a big win for us. I like making plays like that where I think that there's some extra potential for me. It's like a straight value for value, but with potential. Those are the kind of trades that I look for. And this Magikarp Wailord is definitely one of those plays. I think I'm definitely grading this either way though. We'll see what happens. If it comes back in 9, I'll be a little sad, but at the end of the day, it'll be fine. Still worth about the same, so it's good. And then the last thing that we picked up, this is just like a random card. This is one of those cooler things that walked into the shop. Like, you never know what's going to come in. There were some uncut sheets. There were some cool booster boxes. There were some cool collection boxes. And there was a box topper. And some of you guys might not know what these are. Back in the day, Wizards of the Coast used to make box toppers. So you would get your booster box, you would open it up, and then lying right on top of the packs was one of 4 box toppers. And it was usually like the pack arts or, you know, the big chase cards or whatever in the set. So for Expedition, they did do this, and it was the Venusaur. And this is the old school box topper. Finding these in good condition is actually pretty rare. Not a lot of people kept these. Back in the day, they didn't really make top loaders like this, and they didn't really make good ways to protect the jumbo cards. So finding them in good condition is kind of rare. They're really, really cool, and this Venusaur is actually in really good condition. I definitely think this would probably grade as a 7 if I got it graded. I don't think I'm going to grade it. I think this is just something I'm going to keep and hold on to in the personal collection. It's a really, really cool Venusaur. But yeah, you don't see these every day. That like popped into the shop, and we just knew we had to make a play on it. I had to pick it up, had to show it off. It's really, really cool. Not something I see every day. So glad to pick that up. But yeah, guys, that's the weekly recap. You know, always fun stuff. Always recommended. If you guys are in Charlotte, definitely make sure you're going to the trade nights at all the stores, but also at Catch 'em Collectibles specifically. They've got a lot of really cool inventory. And if you guys aren't in the Charlotte area, hit up your local card stores. I know you guys know your local card stores, your local game stores. See if they do trade nights, because trade nights are always a fun way to meet new people. Like, we met a lot of new people last night and had a lot of fun doing it. It's a great way to meet new people. It's a great way to make good progress on your collection goals. You can usually find people that are willing to sell stuff or trade stuff. Always make some good deals. It's just fun, and you never know what's going to walk into. You could find new stuff that you just get educated on, or new stuff that's just cool that you don't see, and you can pick it up. So like for me, last night was a lot of fun doing that. We made some new friends. We met some cool people. We talked with people who knew what they were talking about, which was a lot of fun. We grabbed something you don't see every single day. A lot of fun. Made some cool trades. Helped some other collectors out. So yeah, guys, I definitely recommend. Always look out for trade nights. Always go to the trade nights. It's a great way to spend the Saturday night. If your local card stores don't do trade nights, maybe suggest it to them. I know there were some stores down here that didn't do trade nights, and then like enough people in the community said, hey, can you do a trade night? Can we do a trade night? Like, let's have a trade night. I think it would be really fun. Like, try it. And now they do them all the time. I mean, it's just a great thing to do. It's a fun little outlet, fun little way to get the community together and meet some people, make some friends, have some fun, make some money while you're doing it. So definitely recommend. At least offer it to your communities and your game stores. They might go for it. They might not. The worst they can say is no, right? Like, at least offer it. Maybe you make some more friends that way. But let me know in the comments below what your favorite pickup from this collection was. For me, it's got to be the Venusaur. I mean, this is just cool. It's just cool, and you don't see it a lot. So let me know in the comments below what card you guys like the most from this recap, and we will catch you guys on the next one.